So today I have a bit of a rant for you guys, and I've been meaning to make this video for about 2 weeks now. I just haven't really gotten around to it yet. But basically what I'm going to be touching on today is why I haven't been streaming, and it's an interesting situation, let me just tell you that much. So I haven't been streaming for the last 2, maybe 3 weeks, and funnily enough, not by choice. Yeah, I had no say in the matter. It was not the simple fact that I didn't want to or I wasn't motivated to. The reason I haven't been streaming at all is because of my internet. My internet has had this really stupid issue, which, as far as I'm aware, has only just gotten resolved this morning. And as far as I'm aware, it has been fixed. Everything that I used to check whether or not my internet connection is stable or not is actually saying that the connection's been fixed and everything, but it's taken over 2 months for them to actually fix the connection. It's such a pain in the ass, and it's such a weird kind of circumstance, one that I've never dealt with before. So it's very interesting. So like I said, my internet has been having issues for the last probably about 2 months now. It started off originally as kind of like this on and off thing, but it was over the last, I'd say, month that it's gotten it got exceedingly worse. It was so much worse. And it wasn't affecting just the streams, it was affecting everything. Hell, even if Cozzy and I just wanted to get into a game and play for a couple hours or something at night or whatever, it wouldn't work. I would have Discord open, I would have the game open, all of a sudden there'd be lag. I would still hear Cozzy, but he wouldn't hear me. And then my Discord would disconnect, reconnect, and then completely disconnect. So what I would do is I would have a look at my internet connection icon, the one that is down in the bottom corner of your desktop, and it would say, yep, you're still connected. No internet issues whatsoever. Okay, why am I disconnecting? So then I would look over to my router, which is directly next to me right here, and it would say there's no internet connection. I'm like, okay, that's weird. But my PC was still saying that there was internet access. And the weird thing is that it would load the base, the default Google Chrome tab. When you open up a new window, it would just have the Google search bar, and that's it. It would connect to that, all fine. But after that, it wouldn't load anything else. It wouldn't load YouTube. If I had YouTube open already, it would just say, oh, well, something's happened to the connection, make sure your internet's connected. I'm like, okay, well, I did, thank you. And yeah, it just wasn't having any kind of connection. There was no connection whatsoever. The weird thing though, is not only did my PC say that there was still internet, but my modem and the NBN box, this shit box, said that there was no connection issues whatsoever and that I had internet. But my internet was completely cut out. There was no internet at all. I tried my Wi-Fi on my phone. I tried my Wi-Fi connection on my PC here directly into the modem, since it apparently had internet access. And it would say nah, sorry, if there's no internet access. Okay, what? So I just thought oh, maybe it's to do with the weather or something like that, because it's winter here in Australia right now. So I don't know, maybe some interference or something like that. I'll just wait and see what happens with it, see if it fixes itself or something like that. It did for about a week and a half. And that's when it just went to absolute shit. So my internet would be fine for a day or two, and then it would start disconnecting several times a day, several days a week, several times a day. Pretty much every day of the last 2 weeks it's disconnected numerous times throughout the day. But that wasn't the most frustrating part. It was frustrating, but that wasn't the most frustrating part. The most frustrating part was the fact that I would go onto NBN Co's outage website, type in my address to see if there was an outage detected, and it was showing green. It was saying that, oh, there's no NBN outage detected in your area. or at this address. And I'm like, the fuck? Like, what do you mean? So I'm just like, okay, well, maybe it's my internet service provider. So I went onto my internet service provider's app and did a connection test. It would say that my internet's connected. Problem was, I tried that. I said, okay, test the connection while my internet was out. And it said that there was no connection issues whatsoever. How does that work? How does that happen? I don't... When the internet went out the next time, turn off the router, the modem, and the NBN box, reboot it all, see what it says. I did that, and only then, only after rebooting it, did my modem and the NBN box actually struggle to connect the internet. So I'm like, okay, there is clearly something wrong. But for the time being, every single time it said that there was a connection issue, I would just reboot all of it and just wait. And as you can imagine, that got really tedious and annoying. And like I said, it was fine. After me starting to do all that, it was all fine for, say, about 2 weeks, and then, or about a week and a half, and then it started doing it more frequently every single day, and I'm like, okay, I'm sick and tired of this. So what I did was I went onto my ISP's app, which they have a little section where that you can test whether or not there's a fault at your address or whatever. So I did that, and it ran 4 connection tests. One is a connection test. The second is a loop back test. The third one, is for a server connection or something like that. And then I can't really remember what the fourth one is, but yeah, it runs 4 tests to see if it detects a fault. Now, it connected. The loop back test failed. The third test failed. The fourth test succeeded. And it came up saying, no fault detected. What? I'm sorry, but that's 50%. You ran 4 tests, 2 of them failed, 50%, and there's no fault detected. So as you can imagine, that really pissed me off. Thankfully, however, I can manually put in a fault report kind of thing. And, I went into the faults. I said, oh yeah, what kind of issue are you having? I said, dropouts, obviously, and wrote out everything that has been happening. And you know what they said? Dear Greg, sorry to hear that you're having these issues with your internet. NBN has reported that there is an outage in your area. Try turning your modem off and back on again. The maintenance could be done in 24 to 48 hours. I'm sorry, what? I literally have been turning my modem, router, and NBN box all off for over a month. I even said that this has been happening for over a month, and you're telling me to do the exact thing that I've been doing for over a month now. And you're saying that they are doing maintenance and that it could take up to 24 to 48 hours for them to fix it. I'm sorry, but I don't know what their concept of time is, but I think my internet was definitely out for longer than 48 hours. And yeah, so they said, we hope this helps. No, it fucking hasn't helped. Thank you very much. But you want to know what the funniest part about all that was? It's that on the app, it said that there was no outage, no internet connection outages or anything like that. No outages in my area or at my address or anything like that. The entire month and a half previous to me actually contacting my ISP. Hell, even the NBN outage website said that there was no connection issues. But after I reported the fault, the app updated saying, yep, there's an NBN outage in your area. People, they're working on it right now. Maintenance is yada, 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 doing whatever. And then I went on to NBN Co, typed in my address, and boom, it went from green to yellow. There is a network issue in your area. Really? I never would have guessed. So it took me actually reporting it, which I had been doing. There was a website that I was going to see and saying, yes, I'm reporting an outage in my area. It's an internet outage. Fucking fix it. For over 3 weeks at this point. But once I brought it up with my ISP, that's when they recognized that there was an issue. What the fuck? And the sad part is, it only just got fixed today. I reported it over 2 weeks ago. It's frustrating, and it just gave me a massive headache, but honestly, I'm just so glad that hopefully, fingers crossed, that this whole ordeal with my internet is over with, and I can get back to streaming. So yeah, that's all I really have for you guys today, and yeah, I just want to thank you guys for watching this video all the way through the end and listening to me rant. So yeah, again, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.